Hi, my name is Will Kadra, and I'm director of Scuff, the Seattle College and University Film Festival. Scuff started as my senior year at the CEP program, Community Environment Planning at the University of Washington, and I've taken it into its second year, and over the summer I'll be filling out all the paperwork to get it up and running as a nonprofit. This year we're showing 17 films from filmmakers all across the Puget Sound: Olympic College, Art Institute of Seattle, University of Washington, Seattle University, and Shoreline Community College. We have films of all different types of genres. It's really incredible the things that college students are making. I'm blown away every time. Really excited for this evening.
My name's Natalie Grammer, and my movie is called Scintilla.
Yeah, I'm Peter D.M. Castro, and I'm the producer and director for The Distance music video by Danny Hobbs.
My name is Chetko Timmons, and I'm the director of Night of the Scorpio.
Well, I've always really liked stop-motion animation, because it's a stop-motion film. And I think what inspired me initially, actually, it's kind of a sad story. I applied to this animation capstone at UW, and it teaches you about computer animation. And I thought I had it in the bag, like I thought I was going to get in. I had a really great reference. I thought I had some great films under my belt, and I actually didn't get in. And I think that caused me to I wanted to spend a whole year on a film. So I spent 7 months on a stop motion film. And
well, here's the background of how this came about. So about a year ago, me and my good friends made a feature film, and we were making it for like no money. And so we had to call in favors from friends. And one of those favors was this artist to act in it. So she acted in this movie for next to nothing, and she was a total badass about it, like hiking through miles in the snow to get to the right shot. And I told her at the end, I was like, man, you've been so awesome, I owe you a favor. Like, call in a favor at any time you need. And she called it in to make this music video. So it was a good, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. And I think it turned out really great because we have something that we're both really proud of.
Most of my films, my smaller projects, involve something terrible happening to the main characters and then ending. So this was like, how can I kill off these characters and then end the film really quick? And it involved a scorpion.
building the set was the best. I just spent like hours in this little space, just like building things and making characters. That was like the most fun thing ever. I built like 12 wooden wire trees, and it took me like 5 days, and that was like day and night. And they were like really tedious, but it was the most fun thing ever, and that was 100% like the best part.
We like rented out this guy's basement, essentially, and we like lit it up with a bunch of like stringing Christmas lights and, you know, blasting like 2Ks through the windows to make it look like moonlight. And like we essentially lit this place and made it look like a bar, like an underground, like, you know, dirty, gross bar. And then we had like 15, 16 extras show up, and those guys were troopers because we weren't paying them a dime, and they just showed up because they were friends of the artist, and they were awesome. Mostly because I think they were all had like theater backgrounds, so they were actors at heart, and being able to be like, all right, I need you to do that exact same thing, but like 10 more times we'll do this shot, you know, was pretty amazing. So those guys were awesome, and when everything came together, it was like a big smile on my face.
And so we bought miniature scorpions and put them on fishing line, and we had to do a night shoot, and everyone's in college and working, so we did it from like 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., like on a Tuesday. And so at like 4 a.m., everyone had to go, but we had to do the miniature scenes. So the DP and I stayed and just like spent 30 minutes shooting these tiny little scorpion shots, and that was a ton of fun with like diopters to get really close in on the miniatures. It was a lot of fun.
I would say, like, don't be afraid to, like, work on something for a really long time. I think people tend to get really impatient, and they're, like, want to see something happen in a small amount of time. But I think, like, it's way more gestural and meaningful to work on something for a long time because you build like a relationship with what you're working on. And I think like for me, inevitably, like my relationship with the film is different than somebody like looking at it for the first time ever. But it's just really important to like work on something because you feel it's way more rewarding and it's like more reflective of you as an artist. And I totally think it's great to just like really take some time and spend time with something and like build a relationship with it.
Make terrible stuff, because your first like 10 short films are going to be garbage. They're going to be so bad you're going to be like, I'm never showing anybody this. But that's the only way to get better, because there's no way, contrary to popular belief, your first movie, your first anything is going to be terrible no matter how hard you try. So just get them out of the way. Do the first 10. Know they're going to be terrible. Do them for fun, because that's why you're doing it, right? Is to have fun. So just do it for fun. Get it out of the way. Then your 11th, maybe 15th thing you make, then that'll be good.
So just to be intentional about what you're putting in the frame, and make sure you nail that, because as young filmmakers and people with really low budgets, what's in the frame is one of the few things that you can have complete control over. So, you know, taking the time to make sure the colors match and there's nothing, you know, glaring, I think that will make your film stand out.